today. From Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field, and can take off and run when under duress.
Going to the air right away, Lawrence. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. These two teams, they met in Charlotte earlier in the year with the Panthers coming out on top. So a win here in Charlotte would give them the season sweep. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 57 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
Now a throw here to his running back. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that will bring up second down. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Lawrence. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he can vault himself right into the #1 spot.
So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And there's a lot of good to watch in the game last week. He threw 4 touchdown passes. A little bit of concern throwing the 2 interceptions.
Yeah, and the 2 pick.
Yeah, you want the ratio really to be closer to 3-1 as opposed to the 2-1 that he had. But it is something to build on. They did get the win, didn't they?
Yep. They'll start on the ground with Swift to about the 35, second down. The numbers for him from a week ago, 10 carries, 73 yards.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play. And I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams. Because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. looking to throw. Flushed out right. And he completes it to Wilson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. Touchdown, Carolina! Garrett Wilson with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Panthers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. 3.5 to go, first quarter. Now Patterson to start the drive.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Room here to run. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Well, time to get another look at this Buccaneer offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Lawrence will try again after the pick six. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A 5-yard pass on first down and another 5-yard connection there. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Lawrence going to throw again. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it 2nd down. Now Lawrence to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. puts it on the carpet. It's out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Jamison Williams. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys would get it at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Lawrence's throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Lawrence will throw. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. On play action, Lawrence. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And that is no good. And this will stay a 3-touchdown game. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position #1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's #4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown. A great effort there. 40 yards. And the Panthers are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 28-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Amir Smith-Marset now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And the last time that they were on the field, little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to a stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing It right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he'll just get rid of it.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Here's Austin. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And he's got some space here. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Well, this offense, Charles, we've talked about how well they played all season, sitting now at 13-0 and the finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He finds Wilson. And they are into field goal range now as he's got the 1st down at the 26. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. It's complete to Williams. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Jamison Williams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. That is a near-perfect end-of-half drive right there.
And we've seen that many times from the best in the league. But do you really expect to see it done that well by a rookie? And how about the timing? Finishing it almost near the zeros, as you said, right at the end of the half. Great momentum to carry into the locker room.
From the end zone is Smith-Marset. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they've pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Back to throw again. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 23 yards on the play.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be...
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it is 42-0. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Give that sack to the Kobe Dean.
Well, this certainly feels like complimentary football to me, partner, because the momentum from the team's touchdown drive
Looks like it's made its way over to the defense. They're working together in tandem now. Offense gets in the end zone. Defense with a big sack on the first play of the following drive.
He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Now this offense and Garrett Wilson headed back out. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though?
Absolutely.
They find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. On 2nd down, Swift. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll try it now with Swift. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the 3rd quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Now Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. It's Patterson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Again, it's Lawrence. That one finds Pierce right side. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chase Young able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. It's a gain of 3 on what will be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught by Tate. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, Have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet? And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Carolina getting set to take the field. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He's got this complete to Williams. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 36 yards on the play.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
They'll run on 1st down. Elam. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. And they'll run again. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Panthers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. From the end zone is Smith-Marset. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Uses the stiff arm. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Bucs are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. On first down, Lawrence. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Tate. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Now Lawrence on first down. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Brian Burns in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's Lawrence. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to make it fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right at midfield.
I'm coming after you. 57's Mike 57. I'm here.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, he's been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But
and it's a fumble. And they will set up. At their own 46-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
From midfield now, Lawrence got his man complete over the middle. It's Higgins. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Lawrence. And that one complete once again to Higgins. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. He sets to fire deep. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. And quickly they get to the line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long. Looking to throw. This one finds Wilson downfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses. They've stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long, letting the rest of the league take notice.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Carolina, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0.